Welcome to this week's episode of Sailor Barry and Haley. Join us as we start our many days voyage down to Port Townsend, Washington, our first time leaving the country on Thunderchild. An experience neither of us will soon forget. Welcome aboard Thunderchild, our home and our sailboat. I'm Sailor Barry, and this is my partner Haley. We're on a quest to get our boat offshore ready, and we're sailing around in local waters, getting to know our boat inside and out. So join us as we cruise around in the Pacific Northwest and get our boat ready for the big push. Thanks for watching. We'll see you out there. And this week we start our trip down to Port Townsend, Washington. But we have a lot of work to do before we even kick off. But join us on the journey. We are getting provisioned and ready for Port Townsend. Woo. It is the Thursday before the departure on Sunday, where we head down to Port Townsend. I am starting on a quick little project to make ourselves look a little bit nicer for Port Townsend. So Thunderchild is looking a little rough in some spots. I don't think I'll be able to deal with the boot stripe being weepy, but there's a lot of random little chips and dings. The mooring keeps hitting here, so there's chipped paint. Yeah, we're gonna slap some paint on things. I've already done one side. She's very shiny and looks a lot more uniform, and is generally looking quite phenomenal. Time for me to start poking around in here again, and I think I have a better use for these batteries in the future, which brings me to a new sponsorship. So this is what we're gonna go with. It is 460 amp hours. And what I like about this, it has Bluetooth, it has low temperature sensing, it has a hydrometer and a thermometer. This is the perfect example of what the benefit is. I'll just be left with the main positive and the main negative instead of having to spend additional money on making all of these. I'm actually kind of blown away. These are 100 amp hour minis. This is 460. I mean, if I was to take one more, place it over here, that's 400 amp hours would be a few inches longer. The width, well, 3/4 of an inch shorter. That right off the bat has me quite impressed. These I think are about 19 pounds each. This is 105 pounds. Wow, nice. Woo! We had 3 in there kind of taking up the whole space. Now we have 5, 6, 700. We have 700 amp hours in there without any clearance issues or anything. So I like this setup. It's got 2 fasteners, so you can rig this cover up any which way is appropriate for you. This battery actually has a on-off switch. It means that I don't have any risk of electrocution. Now there's a power button right here. I'll press that and you should see the lights on, and now the Renogy is happy. Now, running electricity off the new battery. So first thing I've noticed right off the bat logging into the BMS, which is super cool, is that it's at 48% from the factory. I'm tempted to wait for the rain to die down and then fire up the motor, and then I can log into the BMS and see what's coming in through the Renogy. It is the next day and it is nice out, so I'm gonna flash up the motor. what I did notice is that right off the bat, I was getting about 7 or 8 amps of charging, and if I go to full throttle, it was going up to like 13 amps. All in all, really, really cool to be able to log in to the BMS on the actual battery and monitor its charge rate as it's happening and its actual percentage. Very, very cool. Very happy with the new battery in there right now. Very, very happy. I'll grab more. I'll get more beers for us, don't worry.
Really?
That's her love language.
So nice.
Constant supply of beer.
I just wanted to do nothing today. It's my day off and I've earned it.
So we're gonna go to Long Harbor, and then we kick off in the morning and we're gonna go to Deer Harbor. And in Deer Harbor is another wooden boat festival. And then there's a race. From Deer Harbor, we're gonna go to Watmo Bay, and then we're gonna depart and head for Port Townsend. Things on the to-do list still: get more fuel, travel insurance, get more food, more beer, engine maintenance, just double check everything's good to go there. I have sanded this entire cab rail, beautiful mahogany. Wish me luck on that before Port Townsend.
I like the way you work it, no diggity.
I'm gonna bag it up, babe.
So shine.
Wow,
That really does not look like the same boat.
oh yeah, that's juicy. All right, we are all fueled up. Haley is wrapping up her last day of work before the vacation. I may have stocked up on beer for the trip down. Yeah, planning the weather, planning the routes, making sure we meet up with everyone at the right time, right place, make sure the boat's shipshape inside. And we're underway. First stop, Long Harbor on Salt Spring Island. We've made plans to meet up with Andrew and Melinda once again, the folks who built our boat, and they plan on cooking us a nice dinner when we get there. Can't wait. Well, lo and behold, if it ain't my second favorite old gaffer, we're creeping on up to Captain Leo on the Providence. I just wanted to put the main up, because if I'm gonna sail with the Providence, I gotta at least have my main up. Providence is behind us somewhere. They're going way too fast. They can motor at like 9 knots. They're going to Montague with their charters. Hopefully we see them later. Here we are pulling into Long Harbor, where our new friend RB is waiting for us with his private dock so we can tie up and spend the night there. Now that we're at the docks and we're tied up, safe and sound, we head off to Andrew and Melinda's for a wonderful dinner. But then we also take off to Moby's right after and hang out with our friend Joel to enjoy Salt Spring Island's barbecued duck wings. 10 out of 10, do recommend. We've only just made it to Salt Spring and we've already been socializing to the max. This is going to be a good trip. So we are just departing Long Harbor now. We had a lovely, lovely time in Salt Spring.
Yeah.
Now we're on our way to America, and it's gonna be good. Woo! This leg of the trip really dragged on. We were fighting about 4 knots of current, so we were going 2 knots. But by the time we left the side of Pender Island, we were going 7 knots, so then we had it with us. It all works out in the end. We're just coming into Deer Harbor now, and we can stop this long, slow motor. And I'm actually excited to go to hand steering and turn the autopilot first thing that I noticed about pulling into Deer Harbor on Orcas Island was how many beautiful boats there are. And we were treated to an absolute delight being followed into the harbor by Anse La Roche. I watched this beautiful 62-foot schooner pull into the harbor and set anchor under sail alone. No motor. It's amazing to see seamanship alive and well on this coast. They run charters here on the coast, so if you want to hop aboard, check out sailanacordas.com. Also, Kevin is a great guy, one of our new good friends. We are at anchor, and we just did our border check-in process. I did it all through the CBP Roam app. And they video call and audio call you and make it really easy. The easiest border crossing I've ever done.
Hey, cutie, looking good. Wow, you shit without us?
Yeah. So first thing we do, get to America, get checked in.
Get checked out.
Straight start painting the boat. Yeah, she's rough. I sanded it, so it's rough as hell. And I'm just walking my way along the side of the boat and painting her out.
Hey, it's Captain Bill! Coming straight for us. If that was a ferry, it would be a 5 honker. Hello!
What the fuck, Ben? What?
Oh, hey, dude!
You too, Bill, but what the hell? Good to see you, man. Are you going to the race tomorrow? With you guys?
Hell yeah, dude. We got lots of boiled eggs that we had to deal with when we got here, so be prepared to eat some eggs.
That sounds wonderful. Are you, Bill? I'm wiped. Okay, I just finished painting the outside of the boat. Didn't get much paint on myself. My mind is blown that Ben is here. I thought he was in Korea or Japan or Costa Rica or something.
Also, it's great that he's friends with Captain Bill.
Yeah, well,
obviously.
Yeah, that's how I got to know who Bill was.
Oh, okay.
Ben corked all the traditional decks on Joshua.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, we're gonna eat, and then we're gonna go hang out.
So I think this is funny. So we didn't realize we weren't supposed to bring eggs into the States. So the lovely officer for the border asked us to cook them as well as anything else. So lemons were not appropriate to bring in.
Yeah.
So we're gonna juice them and then we will put those in bags. Tomato was not appropriate. Avocado, probably not.
So the funny thing is, she said to always call and check in because it's not a consistent list of things that are not allowed to be brought in. So there's no checklist. Just call in and ask. Okay. Dinner, then hangs. Good morning. Just making coffee. Haley's.
I can hear you.
She's awake.
Why are you talking? You woke me up.
Because today is very, 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 very double cool day.
Oh, it's my birthday.
Today marks
Haley's birthday.
1 year and 11 months of you and I dating. And 1 year of owning Thunderchild. It's a double anniversary.
Did you give me a present?
It's me.
Oh, okay.
Coffee. I'm making a coffee for.
I'm just gonna go.
But how cool is that?
Hello. Happy anniversary.
Happy 1 year owning Thunderchild.
Anniversary.
Happy. I'm gonna give you a little smack on the head.
Give Thunderchild a little smack on the head too. Kiss your ass.
Pretty cool. Thanks for joining us on this 1 year journey so far, and like a couple years of Haley and I. So we are up and about, and It is 8:15 and 9 o'clock is the skippers meeting at the docks for the race. And Nick from Argonaut, I'm not too sure, but I think he might be showing up this morning because he is supposed to be the committee boat for this race. Anyway, see you guys at the meeting.
Anyway, so they'll raise this flag at 5 minutes to go. At 4 minutes to go, they'll raise this flag, and these two flags will be flying next to each other for 1 minute.
So I plotted all this onto my phone GPS. This is the start line. This is where we go. And we come around through here, around Yellow Island here. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of boats, and there's some pretty narrow spots. So yeah, just gonna exercise extreme caution. Go slow, have fun, and yeah, everything's shipshape and ready on deck. Haley just got everything shipshape and ready down below. It is immaculate down below.
Yeah, totally. Hey, look over there.
No, it looks good. Thank you.
Yeah, it's better than it
I
was.
really appreciate it.
If anything falls, it deserves to be broken.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did.
Winds are incredibly light today, so I suspect this will be a several-hour ordeal to do all of 5 miles. But a couple of the boats are substantial. Oh, there's a bit more wind now. That's not the worst. But a lot of the boats are a lot more experienced at racing, as well as sportier and everything.
At least once before?
Yeah. I've raced against Arndt many times, and I have lost against Arndt many times, except for once. And yeah, Ben is not racing with us. He is in fact racing on Bill's.
He's our competition now, so he's dead to us. Fuck you, Ben. We're gonna kick your ass. Or whatever. Like,
yeah,
it's not
totally,
it's not
totally.
that big of a deal.
So there are 17 boats in this race, and 16 of them are our enemies.
Who's the non-enemy? Oh, it's not us.
Everybody.
Yeah.
We're not our enemies.
We're not here to make friends.
No, fuck
It's only
everybody.
just all of our friends, except for our stove is back blowing a little bit, but whatever.
Oh,
That's fine.
it's
It's fine.
that means there's wind.
I guess it does. Yeah.
We got Yuki, we got Ben. We're on Joshua's tender. I just ditched. Where's my finger? I just ditched my tender on shore here. Oh, sail's coming down. I don't want to drag it behind us while we're racing, so we're just about to head out, and then it'll be game on. This is Anya, my friend Arndt's boat. You might recognize it from the cover of Wooden Boat magazine a few years back. Absolutely beautiful boat. And he just painted the top sides a whole new color, and at first I didn't like it, but it's really grown on me. She looks absolutely beautiful. She used to be painted the same color as Thunderchild. That's probably why I liked it so much. Dead silence, not a motor to be heard.
So pretty.
What's that exhaust coming from your engine?
It's just the diesel, you know?
Electric motor, but it has a lot of exhaust. I don't know.
It's like a steam power.
Yeah, we got a 120 horsepower steam motor in here.
Yep, nice.
That's all our hopes and dreams.
Yeah, it's our hopes and dreams burning.
And garbage, I guess, too.
Looking good, guys.
Yeah, likewise.
Thank you. So the race is more or less just started. We're about 15-20 minutes into it, and we are third from the last.
But in like an hour, we will have freshly roasted baked potatoes and a roasted onion and roasted garlic via the wood stove.
So who's winning, really?
Yeah. And we're having a beer. I don't know.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem that bad when you have a hot lunch coming up.
Oh yeah, hot lunch day. We just flashed up the motor and bounced the last 4 or 5 boats.
We weren't gonna make the
The wind died at the corner, and there's current, and they're all getting pulled into the rocks, and we're not having any part of that. As soon as we flashed up our motor, 3 other boats flashed up, and they're heading back too. So yeah, there's no hope. And look who showed up. Nick aboard Argonaut 2. In next week's episode, I'll give you a little tour of the inside of his boat. Absolutely beautiful. But now that the race is over, it's time to relax and hang out with some friends. And as much as I was pleasantly surprised to see Ben show up here in Orcas Island,
Obviously.
Ben was also surprised to see his friend from Lasqueti show up on his all-electric, twin-masted catamaran. Ben's energy is boundless.
Yeah, watch out for the
5 feet,
Okay, you can reverse
Yeah,
now.
reverse now.
4 feet, 3 feet, 2 feet.
Wow, dude, that's some good throttle control.
Nailed it! And on this absolutely breathtaking note, thank you so much for watching this week's episode. Stay tuned for next week, where the adventure continues. But don't forget, I got a little bit more information to tell you about that battery I got. We've been putting the battery to the test for a couple months now, and I've got nothing but good things to say about it. The high temp, the low temp, the BMS that you can log into and look at directly. On the trip back from Port Townsend, we were motoring quite a bit between getting there and coming back, so we managed to get the battery up to 100% just off of the alternator via the DC to DC, and we didn't motor the boat at all for over a month after that, and the battery lasted the entirety of a month plus. So that's a huge benefit to that battery. The form factor is incredible, the build quality is incredible. It's super sturdy, it's really well built. I love everything about it. If I could load the boat up with nothing but that battery, I would be extremely, extremely satisfied. So feel free to check out the links in the description if you liked what you saw. I know I've really thoroughly enjoyed that battery, so please do check it out. Links are all in the description. Massive thank you to Vatrer for reaching out to us and offering us this sponsorship opportunity. It has made a massive difference in our quality of life aboard the boat. And thanks again to all of the patrons and everyone who watches these and supports in any way, shape, or form. It makes all of the difference, and without you guys, I wouldn't be able to do this. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a good one. Hope you enjoyed the episode.